India is witnessing intense debate over its political direction, education policies and the health of its democratic institutions. Well, to help us understand these developments, we're joined by Tushar Gandhi, the great-grandson of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, noted author, social activist and public commentator. Sir, thank you so much for joining us today. India's education system has become the subject of intense political debate. Do you believe the government's appointment of Prahlad Joshi as the new education minister is a success of the youth-led protests?
Not really. I don't think what the students have demanded, a reform in the education system and basically the system of competitive exams to be made more transparent and honest, is going to be achieved by merely the change in ministry, and definitely not by replacing one RSS person with another RSS person. And that just shows that the government merely picked the easiest possible route and the least intensive route of changing the minister, and brought the uprising, which was sweeping across the country, under control.
And so the recent youth-led Cockroach Junta Party protest has generated significant political discussion. What were their demands, and do you think their demands have been fulfilled?
Not in their entirety. The beginning has been made because the first demand was the ouster of the minister, and that they have achieved. But there is a whole list which they have asked for, and which is yet to be fulfilled by the government. And this government's track record does not give confidence that they will obey all the demands made so far. They did not. They tarnished the agitation that swept the country at the CA NRC time. Then Prime Minister personally promised the farmers that all their demands will be met, and he himself should guarantee for it. And yet, 2 years have passed since that agitation, and the Prime Minister is yet to deliver on that. And so even over here now, how sincerely and honestly the Prime Minister will fulfill all the demands, because finally, as the head of the government, the agitation was against his policies and his government. And so he is responsible. And I don't know, I don't trust the Prime Minister to really honestly fulfill or deliver on all the demands that the students make.
And so the BJP and Prime Minister Modi continue to dominate Indian politics. Do you see any credible political challenges to emerge by the cockroach movement that could threaten the Modi government in the near future?
Well, the most promising thing that has happened is for 12 years, the government seemed to be invincible. They were not bothered. It's not as if these 12 years have been all smooth sailing and hunky-dory. There has been a lot of discontent. There has been distress in society. But the government has not blinked even once. This is the first time after, and I must make it very clear that although the Cockroach Junta Party was at the forefront, there were many forces that finally forced the government to its knees. And there was a group of left students' organizations and representatives who were sitting on a fast, along with the fast called by CJP. There was Sonam Wangchuk, who became the iconic face of the fast for the students' rights. And then the sweep across the nation, where there's youth and students and young people took to the streets all over. All that cumulatively brought about this change. Yes, the Cockroach Junta Party was the face of the whole movement, but I think it was a bigger, more all-encompassing youth revolt that took place, that we saw in the last week in India, that finally made this government understand the definition of democracy, because for 12 years, although they used democratic methods to grab power, they ruled autocratically.
Mr. Tushar Gandhi, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.